What's going on YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, we're going to talk about client pain points and exactly how we solve them. What's going on YouTube family? Thank you so much for checking out another one of my videos. I talk a lot about recruiting, entrepreneurship, and starting your own recruiting agency. If you're into that kind of thing, you should definitely take a second and smash that red subscribe button. Otherwise, let's get right into the video. Okay, cool. So how do we find a client's pain point and how do we solve it? Sounds pretty hard, actually a lot easier than you think. So the first step in this process is building a little bit of rapport with the person that you're actually going to be solving their pain point. So you're probably going to be talking to someone senior, a C-level person, a VP, a director, who knows, but they're going to be high level. And you just need to remember that this is someone just like you or me. They're a person too, and you really just need to be yourself. Don't try to act like anybody else. Just be yourself. That's who people resonate with the most. That's really, really important. So if you're taking notes, write that down. So first things first, we're gathering information. I can't stress enough how important the information that you're going to be getting from this person is going to be for you to actually solve their pain point. This is super, super important. So just remember that every bit of information you get from this person, eventually we're going to flip and we're going to create a solution out of it so that you can actually become the savior and the one that solves their pain point. Ultimately, this really just involves asking a lot of questions. That's how you get people to open up and talk to you and let their guard down and build tons of rapport. I mean, it could be questions about anything, right? They're people too, like I said, just like you. So just chat up about whatever. Get them talking. Get them personable, right? Be yourself. Just be exactly who you are. They'll respect that. They'll be themselves. They'll feel normal. You'll feel normal. But you'll be able to get that information flowing as soon as you get that rapport set and done. And oh yeah, definitely make sure that you shut up and listen. The client should be talking 90% of the time. You should be listening 90% of the time. You should only allow yourself to talk when necessary, and that should be about 10% of the time. Honestly, this is just sales 101. Any salesperson knows exactly what I'm talking about. You get the prospect talking, you get them to tell you anything and everything that they're thinking, they're wanting, any concerns they have, anything and everything they want to tell you, and you just shut your mouth and listen, and you know that later on down the line, you're going to regurgitate that back in step 2, and you're going to create basically a solution offering that you're going to give them to for, of course, a fee that you'll charge. So from a logistical standpoint, you need to start poking and prodding. This is how you're going to get answers out of them. So ask them questions, ask them anything. Ask them, how they enjoy their position. What's going on at work? What's going on that's holding you back operationally at work? How is the workflow happening? What's your boss like? What's your day-to-day look like? Just ask general questions and shut up and listen. They'll tell you way more than you need to know. And the more and more you listen and listen, the more they'll love it and they'll want to talk more and more to you. You're not going to want to say or offer or input anything of your opinion at this phase right now. You simply just want to listen and ingest everything that they have to give you. You want to understand the bottlenecks. You want to understand the inefficiencies. You want to understand the things that they might not even want to tell their boss. You want to really get deep with these people. You want to understand everything that might be on their mind. And they'll be happy to talk to you about it. You're a third party. You're almost like a counselor. Just let them talk, and take it all in. The bigger picture you can get out of this client, the better, because then you'll be able to understand everything that's going on and you'll be able to get inside their head, and that's super, super important. Totally got to remember though that this is only to be done once you've established a warm rapport with this person. So this can't be a cold conversation where it's just abruptly out of the blue. Oh, hey, how's everything going at work? Like, what are the bottlenecks? Like, how much do you hate your boss? Like, that's not going to work. You have to have a warm conversation with this person that you've already built rapport with. Then the answers will start flowing, the information will start flowing, and you're going to get everything you need at that point. If you've executed this properly, you would have heard about all the inefficiencies, all of the lack, all of about how they hate their higher up, whether it's the CEO or whoever. All of this is confidential between you and them. It doesn't matter. They're going to be talking about whatever they want to say, however they want to say it. So just let them talk. But once you've established a good rapport, you're going to get a ton of this information. And this is going to be super, super critical because the next step is going to be amazing for how we actually flip this thing around to create a solution that's going to be amazing. All right, so this is really where the fun part starts. Now you get to stick the metaphorical knife into your prospect and actually twist it around and make them feel that pain point once again. Yes, I mean metaphorical knife, sticking it in, making them feel all of that pain and making them realize how hard that pain is on them. This is critical. So how might you do that, do you ask? Well, you start by asking questions. How much in lost productivity or revenue is that costing you right now to have those seats vacant? Now, while this totally sticks in the metaphorical knife and twists it, it makes them feel and realize the pain points, but it also identifies potential hope. How about if we filled all of the positions that you need filled? How much would that jump sales in Q1? What if we replaced this department and created this department for you? And how much would that help you with your CEO and your relationship with him? These things actually provide solutions, and these things actually give them hope. And this is where we want to head with the conversation, because ultimately we talk about pain first, frustration, then we move towards solutions, hope, and light. And so this is how the progress goes. And this is exactly how you need to execute this. So this is precisely where you start to move towards solution-oriented statements. And I'm going to give you some examples right now of exactly how you should do this. So make a simple statement like, so it would clearly benefit you to add XYZ to your department, right? Or creating that new position that you mentioned earlier would probably create a much better relationship between you and your CEO, right? Now, you need to be very matter of fact about this. Clients don't work with you because they don't believe in you. Clients don't work with you because they don't buy into the vision. It's your job to make them see and buy into the vision. And that's why we go through this entire process of finding the pain, identifying the pain, sticking the knife in about the pain, and then going into solution-oriented statements to show them how we can alleviate the pain. This is all about creating a vision for them and helping them buy into that vision. So what are we doing here? We're doing two specific things. The first thing we're doing is we're giving them hope that all of this pain can be cleared up and alleviated specifically by you. The second thing we're doing is we're getting them on what we call the yes train. Now, when you make statements that make sense to them in their head, and they can logically understand how what you say makes sense for their business and it would make sense for their pain point, they're gonna say yes. There's just no way they'll say no. So as long as you can continuously feed them statements that say, if we did this, that would help you, right? Yes. If we did this, that would help you, right? Yes. Being on the yes train is super important on this journey because the more and more you get them to say yes, we're already on the yes train. And once we're on the yes train, we're almost at the station. So at this point, we do a full rewind and we put everything together and we show them exactly how we can alleviate their pain point by using your specific value proposition. And you can do this a billion different ways. You can utilize price as your value prop. You can utilize your tenure in the field. You can tell them that you have candidates ready to go so you can be really speedy on this. You can tell them that you know exactly how to fix this problem and convince them on a personal level that you will take care of this pain point for them. Whatever you have to do, you can convince them 6 ways from Sunday on exactly how you're going to solve their pain point. If and only if you convince them that you are the only avenue to solve this pain point and everybody else in their head avalanches away, you have properly created the framework to be the solution to alleviate their pain point. Honestly, if you've done this correctly, this should be a no-brainer, sign on the dotted line type of situation at this point. But once again, to actually be the linchpin recruiter that they want to work with to solve their pain point, you have to rise up your value proposition on top of everybody else and avalanche them down the side so that they're only thinking you're the person that's going to solve everything that they need. And at that point, you are the linchpin recruiter and you have avalanched everybody, and you will win that deal if you've done this correctly. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit the alert button so you know every single time I come out with a new video. I vlog pretty much every single day, so I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Take care.